Lady Lily back with another video, and this is the Housewives of Potomac, season 3, episode 3. And the show opens up with Candice. She is at home, and her fiance is cooking up some breakfast. Apparently, Candice's mother is in town visiting, and she has a routine that she visits once a month. And apparently her mother's name is on her property. Her and Chris lives there full time. And mom has an entire floor to herself that she calls Diva's Den. So mom's got a whole little area in the house that is devoted just to her. They are having breakfast, and Candice's mom has this idea about walking Candice down the aisle. And Candice said, she's pretty much saying her mom is overbearing. She's doing the most. And yeah, she's just too much. It's apparent that, Chris just like to take the high road. He ain't looking to get too much involved. He really just he want to sit back and pretty much lay low when it comes to Monique and her mother. It's the day after Chris's party, and Monique, Chris, and their family and friends are gathering for food and fellowship. They missed church, and they was just pretty much, Monique was just discussing what happened with the tiffy that she had with Robin at the party. On the other end, Gizelle is back in town. She had a fabulous time in the Hamptons, and Ari Hugh is doing well, and she claims she is making money moves. So she and Robin pretty much get together and chat, and Robin was just catching her up on what happened at the birthday party with her and Ashley, as well as her and Monique. And the problem is, it was like going back and forth. Robin really had an issue. She was just saying, why is her face on Monique's fan page? Then Monique was saying on the other end, it's showing back and forth between the two scenes, how she is just, why does she feel like, people feel like she got time to do, pay people to do malicious stuff and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that part. So Gizelle is meeting up with her ghostwriter. Apparently, she is in the process of working on a book that is loosely based on her life, but it looks like it's gonna be a lot based on her life. She said they have written one chapter thus far, and they're shopping around for deals. She said when her divorce was hot and fresh, she had a lot of people approaching her, asking her did she want to tell her story, and she just felt like it wasn't just not the right time. But she feel like now she's in a good spot. Her kids are older. She's got a guy she's digging. So she says she is ready to partake in pursuing this book deal. So they was just discussing details. And the ghostwriter apparently was saying maybe she needs to sit down and, talk to her, family, talk to her friends, families, and close associates, because it's more than likely they're going to end up in this book as well. So Ashley is seeing a therapist. She says she started seeing a therapist a few months ago to help her sort out the things that's going on with Michael and her mom and all this stuff. So Ashley mentioned that her dad pretty much left her and her mother when she was 1 year old. They had, her and her mom had, to move in with her grandparents. And she said when she was about 5 years old in kindergarten, her mom moved out and moved with her boyfriend. And she just left Ashley with her parents at the time. And Ashley said she was a little girl. She was wondering, why she just couldn't go home and live with her mom. And her mom just said, no, not now, whatever. And her mom eventually did move back when she was in first grade. And she was just saying, her mom invested in a lot of bad men. She said her mom hid behind a lot of bad relationships with bad dudes. And she said she wasted a lot of time on lame dudes. And she reveals that the guy she's been, the guy that Michael has a problem that she's with. She's been with him for 15 years. She has another sibling, a younger sister, and she says she feels obligated to be with him for the sake of the sister. And she was saying her mom works in a nursing home and she struggles to make ends meet. That's why all this stuff got caught up with the house. And if you thought back to season 1, that's how all this stuff came out to play, because she simply does not, have the financials to sustain her. And apparently this dude is a bomb dude and he ain't really helped her. So Ashley's saying she just don't, it also, came out how Ashley feels like she, don't know how to let Michael take care of her. And she felt like, for example, the therapist said, she got sick, what would happen? She said she really felt that Michael would leave her. And she said, Michael's not loving what you can do. He loves you for you as the person. So it had her it was a moment for her to stop and really think. From there, Gizelle is meeting up with Karen. Apparently, it shows her in the beginning of the episode trying to reach out to Karen. Karen's mailbox is full. She sent her a text. She said she wants her friend back. So that's pretty much it. Gizelle apologized. She said she was wrong. She thought it was funny, and she makes, she was just trying to make lighthearted situation. And Karen said that Gizelle probably she's always making jokes of people at their expense. And she said she didn't think it was funny. She thought it was mean. She thought it was malicious and all around hurtful. Gizelle said she just having, she's, just wanted to bring some humor to it. So I guess they're, went back and forth. They're making amends. So Karen decides she's going to order all the expensive stuff on the menu and have Gizelle pay for it. And that part can make her feel better. From there, Gizelle says she is having a garden party and she's inviting Karen and all the girls. And it's going to be an opportunity to read the excerpt of her book and hopefully try to get the women together and move them forward to be in a positive light. So from there, Monique and Chris are visiting with their pastor and his wife, which, we call the first lady. And they wanted to catch up to see where they was at in terms of the last time they met. Monique mentioned that she suffered a miscarriage, but she felt like they've been so busy she hadn't even had time to, deal with it. She just kept it moving. And she was saying how, Chris was so excited. They talked about, growing a family and, continue to grow their family. And they just never thought they was going to lose a baby because, of course, they got 2 beautiful, healthy children already. Chris said she didn't stop. He said she didn't, get sad. And he said people go through that. They're crying boo-hoo. And here she are like just superwoman. And Monique was just saying, had this been their, first attempt on their first child, she feel like, she probably would have been hurt. But they do got 2 beautiful kids. They got a son, they got a daughter. They do have the best of both worlds. And Monique was just saying how she felt like, maybe, they can do that, have more kids at another time. And maybe she just focus on business matters and whatnot. The pastor said something that was really good. And it really had me think for a second, not for a second, but really think. And I think I'm going to write this down even in, one of my books. He said, when you start to stretch yourself, I'm going to read this verbatim because I don't want to mess it up. When you start to stretch yourself, then you no longer are working on purpose. You're working on passion, and passion never sustain you. I'm going to repeat that again. When you start to stretch yourself, then you no longer are working on purpose. You're working on passion, and passion never sustains you. So it's all about what's your purpose. Are you walking in your purpose? Are you living your purpose? There's a difference between purpose and passion. you can have a passion about something. It does not necessarily mean it's a great purpose towards it. So that's what I really took from that. And I think I'm going to add that into my planner calendar thing that I keep quotes and stuff in. Candice's sister, Crystal, is coming over to visit her. They have a hairline together. They sell hair. They got a hairline doing all types of hair weaves and pieces. Candice's mom invested in the business. So Candice feel pressured that she has to be a great businesswoman because her mom built her therapy, her psychotherapy practice from the ground up with nothing. So she said she feel this pressure to perform and be a great businesswoman. And she was asking her sister. Her sister is currently in school, and she just asked her sister, could she step up a little bit because she really wants to keep their mom out of their business matters. Candice admits in this episode that she feels like her mother treats her like a kid. And she's a grown woman. She's trying to make her way. She's trying to pay her own paths. And she feel oftentimes stagnant by her mother and her mother's thoughts and ambitions and desires. It's the day of Gizelle's book reading garden party. She asks all the women to arrive dressed in their Sunday best. Robin arrives, then Sharice and Karen arrives, and she's looking more sexy versus, Sunday best. And Karen is like, well, I'm wearing something bright and cheerful, so whatever. Monique and Ashley arrives as well. Monique's pretty sexy as well, but it's cute. It's a cute outfit. So Gizelle reads an excerpt of her book, and Monique is saying she got a ghost writer. Hell, she needs a ghost reader, I guess, because she's stumbling over, reading. And the ladies, are giving, some good feedback, and they're asking her questions. And she said, you got to remember your girls. And Giselle said she values the comments, the quotes, and the feedback they're giving her. Giselle said, moving on to the next issue, she said that they need to come together. They're not having fun like they used to, and it's kind of divided. So Robin states she's good, and Ashley said, it's a lot going on with her, and she's dealing with some issues with her mom, and her mom, won't leave her partner. And she said she kind of feel like that relationship with mom coincides the relationship with Robin. Robin said, she said, I told you I stayed for financial reasons. She said, we stayed to work and be at a better place. And she said, how do you expect me to like you when you've been so damn negative? And Gizelle was posing a question to Ashley, and Robin just went off. Robin was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want anything else to come out of her mouth about my family. She got hostile. She got real loud. And Ashley was like, I'm not going to say my issues with my family. The issue I have is with you. Well, issue I have with your family is, Robin goes always like, what is the issue? She's like, what is the issue? What have I done to you? And Giselle said, Giselle got that look on her face like, oh boy. Ashley said, two people at this table said you got ill feelings with me. And she said, I can have ill feelings for you just because, how she's dug up into her, back life and so concerned about her and one and whatever. So Giselle said they need to have, a time out. And then she said, she brought up, she said, they need a time, Giselle, they need to have a time out. She was saying, Ashley, don't speak about Robin and her situation. Ashley said, I'm going to work on it. I'm seeing a therapist to sort out things with my mom, to sort out things with Michael. And, we'll just throw Robin into the mix. I'm going to get that sorted out too. So the conversation goes from Monique, and she said, Robin needs a break, And Robin said she didn't want to be, she didn't want the situation at Chris' party to be a screaming match. And Monique said she does it. She she got offensive because it was tied to, she's tired of people commenting about how she spent her money, what she does, and that's just not her. She said she really feel like she don't spend money frivolously and real stupid and all this stuff. Ashley says she don't want to be, I guess they was, hold on. When it comes to spending money and stuff, Ashley says she don't want to be on, so I guess they, Monique and Robin worked that out. Then Ashley said she don't want to be on bad terms with Robin. Robin was like, okay, problem solved, and they're going to try to make amends. So they feel like Gizelle event was a success. It came and saw the purpose it wanted to do. From there, it moves on to Ashley. Ashley has invited her mom over to her house. Ashley is just not feeling this conversation she got to have with her mom, because she don't want to hurt her mom. She don't want to get to the point where her mom stop talking to her. So her mom said, she's been busy brushing up her resume, trying to put herself back out there to see what professional opportunities she can see. And Ashley Ashley was telling her that Michael said, that she needs to put him first over her. And her mom said if Michael got a problem with me, pretty much, he can return her phone calls if he got concerns. And then Ashley said, you know what? He's just concerned pretty much about you. She said, you with this man, he's zapping the life out of you. He's zapping out the life of the person who gave me life. And he said, you got low self-esteem. He has ostracized you from the family. He has done nothing but break you, bring you down. The mama up there sticking up for him. She said, do you see the good in him? He's changed. He's got a different outlook. And then I actually said, change? What change? She said, I lived with him. And she said, he cursed her out many a days. I guess it pretty much wasn't over nothing. And the mom said, well, he got older, he got better. And Ashley gave her mom a list to help her get her life together, like helping her, get things organized, setting herself on a budget. And her mom was like, no, you gave me homework. She said, no, I gave you something to do that, this is life work. And she just told her up front, would you consider leaving him? The mama paused and gave her that look like, I don't know about that. In other words, that's her just really saying no. Ashley got up, she said, oh my God, this woman, whatever. So she comes back, they hug. And she said, I can't believe this one person is driving a wedge between us. And her mom ends up leaving. And she said, I love you. And then the mom said, well, I guess I got to go home and do this homework. And Ashley said, no, this is life work. And she said, Mama pretty much, leaves. And they show her walking down the hall and saying, I don't know if I could do this. And that was pretty much it. So that was the gist of this episode. So things are going to heat up between Ashley and her mom. And I kind of got the feeling that this whole Robin and Monique and Ashley thing is not resolved. I got a feeling just based on previews of the season that something going to come back up. But that is it. That is all. Stay tuned for more videos. I didn't do another card talk last week because I ended up getting sick. And I had a cold, and it was one of them colds that just wipes you out. So I had to be down for a couple of days and try to get rest in between. I had another track meet on Saturday, this past Saturday. So that was one reason I was trying to rest, because I did not want to not show up, because pretty much you don't show up, you don't get paid. And I know they track with the people, they're kind of counting on everybody to show up and be there. So I knew rest was a factor. So hopefully I can get a couple of card talks in this week. To my giveaway winner, Donetta, if you're watching, I did send your card all finally. Like I said, I got sick, I got down. I was just dragging to work and everything. So I'm trying to get back on track. This is another full week. Today was a marathon day at church. We had our pastor's anniversary, which he celebrated serving 33 years in the ministry of our church. So it's a big to do. I mean, Morning service was long, and it's, presentations and gifts, and then we had the luncheon, and then we go into the afternoon. It's another big long, service and praise and accolades, and it's a marathon day. So, that's how I'm kicking my week off, and I got 3 track meets this week. Lord Jesus, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I got to do, I'm doing a live, I'm going live on Thursday night to talk about budgeting 101. My 40 under 40 young professional week, lead. This is finance week, money week. So we all are taking a turn each night this week to talk about different areas of financing. So I'm talking about budgeting 101, how to set up a budget, talk about using the envelope method, cash method to spend your money, and how it works with me, and how you can just start the basics. So that's what I'm talking about, because that's what I feel like I have more knowledge in. We had a young lady tonight talk about 529 plans, saving up for your kid to go to college before they're born, or even while they're young. So each night, each week, we're gonna have somebody talk about investing, just different topics in finance. So from starting tonight, and it goes all the way to Saturday. So each night somebody's going to jump on live through Facebook and talk about different topics. So I got to get ready for that. I'm supposed to be going to a reunion with some people. Not my class reunion, but this is just another reunion of college friends. We haven't seen each other about 14 years. So they're going to gather together Saturday night for a party. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I got a track meet. And that's the sophomore championship. I know that's going to be all day. But I want to get out there and see these people because, I haven't seen them in like 14 years. So somehow I'm going to have to find strength somehow to do this. So rest is going to be big this week. So I just got to get through next week. And then after next week, track goes strictly to the weekend. I'm not doing any more weekday for track. So I just got 2 track meets next week. And then after that, I'm strictly on Saturdays only. And after that, I'm just down to 4 track meets. So, I'll be excited to move, just to the weekends because it's a lot. I mean, I love the track stuff and it's fun and I'm learning a lot and the people are nice and they've been gracious. It's a lot to do fitting into my already busy schedule, because I was telling people I am like one day I had worked my regular hours, then I went to a track meet, been there for hours, then I go run to a meeting. That was like another hour and a half, then I went home. That is a full day. And then I had to go, I think, went to another, and then one week, like I said, I'm doing back-to-back track meets. It's a lot. So now these next 2 weeks, this week and next week, all my track meets are gonna be up north from me, like north side, northwest side. The past prior track meets has been closer to my job, closer to my house, very close. So now I got to travel a little bit to get there and travel back to get home. So that's going to be a different dynamic for me this week, because I got to actually, it won't be a situation like you can get there in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. No, we need about 45 minutes, maybe to an hour considering traffic to get there so you can be there on time. So that's going to be a big to do. And these, like I said, these next 2 days coming up going to be quarterfinals and sophomore finals. So just pray my strength, Lord. Just pray my strength. I told people, I know people been asking me to hang out, and it's just like, my God, I'm tired. I just want to go to sleep. So I know one of my friends wanted me to go out last night. I'm like, girl, I am tired. And on top of that, guess what I did? I broke my phone. Yeah, my phone. I dropped my damn phone so many times it finally cracked and said kapow y'all, kapoo y'all. So I am recording on a different phone, so I don't know how this is gonna work because I don't have my Samsung Galaxy no more. I have went with an LG. And yeah, they said the quality is gonna be different. You ain't gonna be able to do all this what you thought you was gonna do. And I'm like, and I'm blabbing because I see I've been on the phone too much. So I don't know. Let me know if this gonna be different quality or not. But I'm still trying to bring you the good videos or not. But I had to do what was best for my budget. The Samsung Galaxy was $600. We got, my brother and I share a cell phone plan. We got the bill down to a decent, because we both finally had paid off our phones. So our phones had been paid off because, T-Mobile had to jump in, and wherever you left off, you could pick up and get a new phone. But we both are out of jump now because our phone's been paid off. The man said, your phone got paid off maybe a year and a half ago. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. I just paid the bill to keep it moving. So I didn't want to tack on. He told me I could get the Samsung Galaxy and just pay an extra $25 on the bill. And I'm like, no, we got our bill at a decent price. And like, so I downgrade to make things cheaper. So, man, we got to play smart. So, yeah. But anyway, let me know if the videos change or not. I'm still trying to bring you those good videos. So, I don't know. But that's it. That's all. I took way too long on this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Have a safe, blessed, and prosperous week. Peace.